Welcome to this edition of the UNA Week in Review presented by Lions HR. UNA basketball, softball, baseball, and women's tennis all see action this week. Find out more right after this.
What would you do with an extra 2 to 3 hours per day? Would it surprise you to know that the average small business owner spends more than 30% of his or her time on issues related to human resources? At Lions HR, we've helped hundreds of business owners lower their employment costs while giving them back the time they spend on such things as hiring and training the right employees, sourcing affordable employee benefit plans, providing the right workers' compensation insurance, developing effective workplace safety plans, and employee retention strategies. You can take back the 2 to 3 hours per day you're spending on all these things. Contact Lions HR and let us show you how.
The UNA men's and women's basketball teams each posted 1-1 records on the road this week in games at West Georgia and West Alabama. The UNA men lost an 88-80 decision on the UWG campus before rebounding to post a 64-62 win against the UWA Tigers. 3 players averaged double figures in scoring for the Lions, including Demario Jackson's 19-point average. It was his 2 free throws with 0.5 seconds remaining that lifted the Lions to the 2-point win at West Alabama. Austin Timms averaged 17.5 points per game on the week, while John L. Guinea averaged 10.5 points for North Alabama. The Lions are now 13-10 overall and 8-10 in Gulf South Conference play. UNA is tied with Union for 7th place in the league standings. The UNA women had a similar result on the GSC Road Swing. The Lions came up short 78-66 at West Georgia before overcoming a slow start to post an 83-73 win at West Alabama. Ivy Wallen scored 25 and 28 points respectively. She continues to lead the GSC in scoring at 21.6 points per game. Kiki Gunner also averaged 11 points per game on the week, while Emma Wallen added 10 points per contest. With a 17-7 overall record and 11-7 mark in GSC play, the UNA women are in 4th place in the conference standings. Both UNA basketball teams will host a pair of GSC games this week. The Lions welcome West Florida to Flowers Hall on Thursday for a doubleheader beginning at 6 p.m. Valdosta State comes to town on Saturday with tip-offs set for 1 and 3 p.m. The UNA softball team posted 4 victories at the Montebello Falcon Frenzy to improve to 8-2 on the season. The Lions had walk-off wins over Truman State and number 16 Indianapolis, and also defeated Ursuline as well as host Montevallo. For the week, Anna Gail Norris hit .538 with 8 RBI and a 1,000 slugging percentage. She homered twice, including a grand slam in the first inning against Montevallo. Madison Daniel was 7-14 for the week and drove in 3 runs. In the circle, Raven Cole picked up 2 victories on Friday. Freshman Marissa Honeycutt recorded her first win of the season on Saturday against Truman State, while Hillary Carpenter got the win against the host Falcons. UNA now turns its attention to its home opener on Tuesday. The Lions will host Southern Indiana in a doubleheader beginning at 2 p.m. at the UNA softball complex. Lion baseball took 2 of 3 games from Bellarmine over the weekend to even its record at 3-3 on the season. After winning the first 2 games 8-1 and 11-0, the Lions lost a 12-10 slugfest in a finale at Mike Lane Field. Logan Carter led the way with an 8-for-13 showing at the plate. He drove in 4 runs and had 4 extra base hits. Kyle Hubbock also went 6-for-8 with 6 RBI. On the mound, Tyler Joyner and Devin Traglia each picked up victories. The 2 combined for 19 strikeouts in 13 1/3 innings of work. Dylan Stewart also recorded a save. UNA will host Lemoyne Owen at home on Wednesday. First pitch is set for 2 p.m. at Mike Lane Field. And finally, a rally by the UNA women's tennis team came up just short in a 5-4 season opening loss against Division I Belmont. After losing the doubles point, the Lions got singles victories by Claudia Arroyo, Nina Linke, and Claire DeGeorge before coming up short. The UNA men's and women's tennis teams will host Martin Methodist at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Thank you for joining us on this edition of UNA Week in Review presented by Lions HR. I'm Shane Herman. Stay up to date with all of UNA athletics by going to www.roarlions.com.